Nice eater. Woo. Well, that's gonna fill out our limit of 0 keepers. That's a new metallic tungsten. And I believe that's a paddle shad on there. Rainy River treat right there, folks. Woo. Nice. Let's go get some more. Nice. Well, we're up here on the Rainy River, early season. It's a Make-A-Wish trip today with Charlie. Hey, that's a beautiful, that's a nice fish, buddy. Keep your rod tip up. Steady pressure. Oh yeah. Not quite ready yet.
Ooh, that's a stud.
Yep.
That's a freaking stud.
Yep. Yeah, buddy.
Let's go.
Woo. Heck yeah, buddy. Grab that out of there. We'll get some pictures and put her back. Early season, Rainy River. It's on. Yes, sir.
Check that out. That's why we're here. Beauty on the tungsten stand-up eye candy minnow. First fish for me on the Rainy River 2025.
So April 8th, the predicted warm front that was supposed to be here today is clearly not. As you can see, it's snowing out and sounds like Jeremy's hooked up on a fish. Chuck, you might have to net this one. The season has started out a little bit on the slow side. There's definitely some nice fish being caught, but water temps have been pretty stagnant in the low 30s. You know, it's getting up to 35, 36 in the afternoons. But looks like Jeremy's got a good fish on. It's okay. Oh yeah. Hey, we'll take those. Like I said, it's been a little bit of a slow start to the river season. Had some tougher days. It's not always home runs all day long. You know, you sit and all winter you kind of dream about the Rainy River, and
Nice.
you kind of sit at home and you dream about smashing bigs nonstop on the Rainy River, and just every year it doesn't quite pan out like that. So all you can do is keep grinding, keep your baits in front of fish, and make stuff happen. Oh, that's a nice fish, Jared. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Presentation right now. What do we got? An east wind, hucking 15 to 20. Snowing out, relatively miserable. We are pitching quarters, 90 degrees out, and letting the current sweep them back and pull them tight. The fish that are eating are absolutely thumping them. So for the most part, the last 3 or 4 years have all been in low flow years. Not a lot of water moving through the system. So for the last 3-4 years, it's been pitching quarters or pitching eighths and dragging quarters. Charlie's hooked up. I know what we gotta do, you guys. Every time we turn the camera on, somebody sets a hook.
Hey, usually it's the other way around.
Yeah, let's just leave that thing running. How much battery juice you got?
Fatty.
Yeah,
there you go, Chuck.
sucker for what it is.
Bait's just gone.
There you go, babe. Caught that one.
Nice fish.
By the way, Chuck.
Had that one just dragging back there for a while. I knew we were marking fish on both sides, so just wanted to keep my line wet. And he just engulfed that.
All right, now that we're done with Charlie's rude interruption, you know, I actually like to come to the river prepared with several different weights of jigs. The amount of flow can change hourly. Lately, last couple days, last couple years, it's been pitching eighths and dragging quarters. If a guy wants to cast upstream and really snap jig it, you can go as heavy as 3/8. You know, that can all change depending on the amount of flow in the river. So typically last 3-4 years, it's been a real low flow situation. Rod reel line setup, JT Outdoor Products, 7'1", JTX Mag Medium Light. 10-pound braid, really any brand, they're all about the same. 10-pound Seagar fluorocarbon fleeter. like I said earlier, the ones that are eating them, they are eating them. Good grief. That thing is in there, yo. Chunky looking fish, no giant, but I tell you what, that sure felt good.
After ice fishing for the last 3.5 months, no, that's can't beat that.
Beautiful. So most fishermen keep a pretty steady eye on the forecast. I can tell you warm weather has been 3 to 4 days away for about 15 days. So high today was supposed to be 44 with a 6-mile-an-hour wind, and it's currently blowing snow sideways. So I don't know, somebody should spin that camera around and show you what Nick Linder's wearing today. Shivering like crazy. Oh man.
The pants? No, I like your bibs though. Jeremy's really rigged up right.
I don't mess around.
Yeah, and Chuck's not too bad either. Whatever Chuck's got going on, it's working for him.
I put all black on, figured it would bring in some warmth.
Absorb all the sunlight.
Yeah. Like we're...
That is a Lake of the Woods Morty. Eesh, wash your hands after that one.
He's not that big, but he's a good one.
I'm gonna give you the TV net job. You ready?
Johnny, what's your best netting tip?
My best netting tip, and everybody will think this is a joke, do not swing for that fish until you know you can get it. Nothing will knock a fish off faster than missing or grabbing the bait.
And nothing ruins a day worse than
oh yeah, you
knocking your buddy's fish off.
Oof, those big river fish, they are hard to move. She's digging down. Oh goodness. You guys remember that old Toby Keith song, I ain't as good as I once was, but I'm as good once as I ever was? So big. Yeah, that's good looking. Oh, get her in there. Oh, oh. And we'll bring that with us. Look at the larva in her mouth there. See that? Good looking specimen. Now they're like little tiny leeches. Boy, I have waited for that one this year. Yep, so typically I like to drag, you know, upstream 0.2, 0.3, and as we go we'll mark pods of fish on the side imaging right and left, and you pitch to them and kind of let the current sweep your bait downstream until it pulls tight. Then I'll drag it for 40-50 yards, you know, don't get picked up, reel up, pitch out again. Well, we just hit a spot where Jeremy and I both caught fish almost simultaneously. So our baits had pulled around behind the boat. So in that scenario, you know, you're probably on an active pod of fish. So a quick hit spot lock, and we're just gonna pitch on those fish for a couple of minutes, see if we're into an active pod. If we pick up a couple more, that's a couple more we might not have got if we had just kept on trucking.
All right, we are 3/4 of the way through the day here. I told everybody they have to line up. Brass tacks, no changing out baits. What are you actually dragging right now? So I'll show you the spread of what we actually got going. Chuck, what do you got here?
So I got a 1/4 ounce tungsten stand-up long shank rigged up with an eye candy minnow. We got metallic purple minnow on there, and it's been working out for me, so I'm sticking to it.
Yeah, Chuck's got some of the better ones in that too, and a lot of people aren't necessarily running like a straight tail minnow plastic like that, so it is actually interesting. You don't have to have a paddle tail.
Yeah, and I think I put the minnow on there with the stand-up. It's got you know, it doesn't have that paddle tail shake on it like the paddle shad does, but I think adding it with the stand-up pairs well with the minnow because it's standing up the whole time.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, Jeremy, what do you got?
So I'm running the paddle shad with the long shank tungsten metallic. It's been pretty good today.
Yeah, Jeremy's been spanking them too. So you've got, so Chuck, you had purple on, right? And so, yeah, so you've got a little bit of purple, a little bit of chartreuse, the metallic head. So just like a little bit of a different look, but also working.
Working good.
And that's the 3.5.
Correct, 3.5.
And Donnie, you got 4.
4, yeah, everyone knows mine's a little bigger than Jeremy's. 1/4 ounce, white tungsten long shank with the longer paddle shad.
Yeah.
I don't catch as many fish as everyone else, but I am more handsome, if that helps.
And that's all that matters.
It's
So
how you jig it.